We live.
All right, we live, guys.
We live?
Yeah, we live.
Okay, shalom, shalom. We are the brothers of the great millstone. And first and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh. Double honors to our apostles and elders. Salutations to all our brethren out there doing this work. And to the few out there that are listening. We got a lot of brothers here in Chicago today. We got one of the elders from LA. We got Kansas City. We got brothers from St. Louis, brothers from Tennessee, brothers from Detroit, Miami. Right, we got a lot of branches of the tree of the great millstone that here today, man. But we're gonna open up with the chip. All right, because that's hot and that's what's coming next. You know, all this legislation that's coming down the pipe. You know, the vaccine is tied. You know, everybody's face has been in prison. You know, everybody's face on lockdown, and they noted that this virus don't spread, don't go airborne. If this thing is airborne, then it's not a virus. It's a bioweapon. All right. You know, in the military, when we would have to walk around with our gas masks hanging off our hips like my pack. You know, and at any given time, you know, some a-hole come up and pop a canister of tear gas, and, you know, and you got your gas. You have to don and clear your mask. Well, the reason you have to don and clear your mask is because the air is unsafe to fit. I mean, it's not fit to breathe. You know? You gotta hold your breath. You gotta hold your breath and clear your mask. All right, and that's how it worked. This wouldn't work. This wouldn't save you from nothing, man. All right. So if this thing was the way that they're saying it is, we'd all have to have on masks that completely covered our eyes, covered our ears, and any orifice where air can go in and out of your body, man. Right. All right. It would have to be cut off. And so walk around with a suit too. Exactly. If it's that bad, then you got to go to the next level of it. You know, there's levels of this thing. You got your regular gas mask where we button up the collar on the uniform, and, you know, and let your sleeves down. And then you have the next level of it where you actually have to put on the mop suit. All right. So anyone who has any understanding about this sort of thing, this is not gonna do it, man. All right. So that would mean that it's airborne. So somebody's lying. So let me get of course. So hold on, brother. Let me get now I asked you. But let me get 1 Timothy 6:20 real quick. What's your question, brother? Why he get that?
All right. What would you guys like? Hebrew Israelites?
That's right, brother.
From what tribe?
I do believe that I'm from the tribe of Reuben.
You do believe?
Yes, I do. I do believe that I'm from the tribe of Reuben. I know I'm an Israelite.
Reuben was the baby of the 12 tribes.
Reuben was one of the youngest tribes. Yeah,
he was the last one.
No, actually, no. Reuben was actually the first one.
Okay.
All right, but go ahead and read that scripture.
So, 1 Timothy chapter 6:20.
Right.
O Timothy, keep that which is committed to thy trust, avoiding profane and vain babblings, and oppositions of science falsely so called.
So vain babbling. So basically, the Bible warns you of a future prophecy that there will come a time when they would use science to try to get around facts. They would use science, pseudoscience or false science, to use it to rule over the people. Sirach 10:8 real quick. All right. And also, what's it? Through peace, they would deceive many.
Daniel.
God, bring it out, brother.
This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings and injuries and riches that by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to this kingdom is falling, and what they're trying to do is set up a new one on their own. All right? And they're trying to translate it to themselves once again. But it ain't going to work this time around. All right? It's not going to work. Why? Because the man of sin has been revealed, man.
Hey, I'm seeking no such, right? All right, now, okay, I know you talking to the brothers, your tribe. Well, a brother like me, man, the heart of a lion, and I think I'm from the tribe, right?
Yeah, I believe that you are from the tribe.
I am.
100%. I believe that.
I'm just, you know what I mean, like, you know what I mean? I'm searching for my ancestry,
Well, you found it, brother. What you searching for? It's right here.
Hey, bro, just chill, man, and just listen. Just listen. Everything will get answered. Just listen.
This is how we know you're Jew.
Okay, brother, listen, I'm not going to stop, bro. I can't stop you. I'm not stop seeking and searching.
That's where you got to sit back. The scripture say,
okay,
when you come to the
I
house of
can't
the Lord.
listen.
No,
I
the
just
scripture say,
come
when you
from
come
the
to the house
bed,
of the Lord.
listen, sir.
Listen,
You
the
hear my
scripture say.
story, though, brother.
Listen,
But see, but look, we
house of
live
the
right
Lord,
now.
you gotta listen, bro.
Right, we're not out here to hear your story, brother. We out
Y'all
here.
in the field, right?
All right, settle down, brother. Right, exactly, brother.
feel
All right, peace out, brother.
I got you, Mark. Go ahead, brother. Second Ezra chapter 6, verse 8. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau.
Right.
But Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, man. That's it, man. That's what's going on. Esau fucking time is up, man. It's the end of a fucking age, man. All praise y'all, Bashir Shah. Ezekiel the 37th chapter, man. The dry bones has been put on the tribes, man. From the north to the south and the Israelite borders, man. From the four corners of the earth and the major cities and the smaller cities, United States of America, man. It's time for Esau has to go down, man. Y'all Shah about to receive a kingdom, man. All praise y'all by Shimei Shah, man.
Right.
We're going to be joint ears with him, man.
Right. Hey,
Unstoppable righteousness throughout the four corners of the earth forever, man. Fuck this shit, man.
Yeah, look at this building.
Yeah.
That was one of the most prominent high-rise buildings in Chicago once upon a time. It's got landmark status. That's why they haven't torn it down yet. But it's completely and totally empty. You got an empty high-rise building in the most, and we used to be one of the busiest shopping districts in all of Chicago, in all of America.
Used to be.
Look at it. All right? Well, you know, you've heard us say it many a times. When I was a kid, man, and would come down here, there would be so many people on this sidewalk you couldn't see the ground.
Man.
That's how many people. Look at it now, man. It's not like that anymore. Why? Because this place is finished, man. It's finished. Because we're at the end of his age.
No, and it showed through not only through the structure, right, like Elder just pointed out, but also through the financial system and through everything, man. Look at Esau's, you were speaking about science faulty so-called. Well, look at Esau and his technology. Look at his science failing him, man. You know, nobody believes none of the shit he put out, man. The Baruch shit in Lebanon, with some gas or some shit happened. But it's footage of people looking up, footage of things coming down, you know.
Yeah, Debbie and Chico put up the video of the missile coming in. It came in on a 45-degree angle. Yeah, I watched it, was like, God damn, that's a missile. It came in, and then boom, and then the next one came after it.
So according to Isaiah 47, it says what, man? Seek now to your prognosticated, your monthly, so forth and so on, roughly paraphrasing the scripture, man. So Esau, the left hand is falling, man.
Yes!
And while the left hand is falling, the right hand is becoming stronger and stronger. That's what it says in the book of Proverbs, the 4th chapter. You know?
I got something. Oh, you got it.
This is Ecclesiasticus 10:8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
I got something for you too. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of unwise they seem to die, and their departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction, but they are in peace, man. This information we got from the Most High, man, has changed lives, man. Throughout the four corners of the earth, has changed the course of the world, man. You understand? It says,
It took look at all of us from different walks of life, man. You know, from different walks of life, and now what, man? We're standing together, banding in the name of Yahweh, Yahweh Shah. That's power right there, man.
Right,
all the tribes,
and the Lord, right? Probably damn near more than half the tribes standing right here.
Yeah.
Right, and then how the Lord brought these branches, we're being grafted back in, because you got representation of quite a few camps up here right now, man. So you know the Lord is putting it all back together, man. He said He will set us in order before Thy face.
Right.
Sure. But though they be punished in the sight of men, yet their hope is full of immortality. I was just looking forward to, man, that immortal shit, man. Right. All right. Having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them and found them worthy for Himself, as gold in the furnace had He tried them, and receive them as a burnt offering. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine and run to and fro like sparks among the stubbles, man. It's over, man. It's over, man. The Lord has visited us through this truth. All the camps pop up through the four corners of the earth. The brothers will get spiritual power, man. And Esau, you will get visited, man. The rest of you fucking nations, man. The scripture said 1 Israelite shall chase 1,000, man. It's a wrap, man. The Most High dealt with us through this word, man. He has preserved us since the womb. Believe that, man. Believe, man. The Most High is going to protect Jerusalem, man. Just throwing up with us out here in the States, in the four corners of the earth, man. Straight up, man. That was it, bro. You know?
It's Revelations 11 and 11. And after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from the Most High entered into them. And they stood upon their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. So, right, and this is what it is right now. The spirit that entered into us is the Holy Spirit, man. Truth. And what it said, we stood upon our feet. We're on our feet now, man.
Right, we were all once dead, man.
Yep.
Dead in the world, calling ourselves black, natives, or whatever the hell other titles. Right, whatever the, calling ourselves mixed, have this, have that. We were all kind of confused, man. The Lord, all of us at some point or another, got that life breathed back into us, man.
I got
Con, this is 1 Samuel chapter 4 and verse 5. It says, and when the ark of the covenant of the Lord Yahweh came into the camp, all Israel shouted with a great shout, so that the earth rang again. And when the
part of the Ark of the Covenant, man, is this truth coming back onto us, man. That's right. You understand us? Yahweh Shai is suffering with us, man. That's right. So we all, man, brothers, man, we in trials and tribulations, man. Praise Yahweh Shai, man. Right. It's finally it. This is it, man. It's over, man. Like one of the brothers he said, like, United States citizens can't go to different parts of the world, something like that.
Just
man.
did a video.
Yeah.
90%. Look, a passport from America, once upon a time, gave you access to 90% of the world, visa free.
Right.
Now you can barely go anywhere. Now you can only go to maybe like 20% of the world, and in some places of the world, you have to pay that $10,000 visa fee just to go there. And most Americans can't afford it. In different parts of Asia, you have to pay a $10,000 COVID fee just to go to some of these places, man. America is freaking finished, man. It's a wrap. It's over. It's over, man. It's over, man. All right, Americans are not welcome in 90% of the world. That's right. So now it's reversing that. So I'm gonna say 10%. You can travel to about 10% of the world. Because I've been looking on the map, they showed America was green, a few places in a very small few places in Europe, which a lot of those are the European Union. You're not even welcome to those countries. Because Europe is opened up to each other, but they're saying Americans aren't welcome, man. So where's your rah USA now? Where's your USA? USA, you ain't shit. That's what it means. US ain't shit. All right? Don't nobody want you there, man. All right? So where's your the home of the brave? You're the home of the cowards, man. You're allowing these people to trample over the laws that were set up by your thieving ass forefathers. Your forefathers set up laws to protect you from this type of tyranny, but now you got everybody's face in prison. Look at this. Everybody's facing damn prison, man. Over a boogeyman that don't even exist, man. All right? People been getting sick all along. Flu, colds, all manner of diseases. And now all of a sudden, all you hear about all day long, every day is COVID, man. All right? And when you got medical professionals giving you the real numbers and telling you what people are really dying of. I got an undertaker that I trained, man. And she told me she hasn't had a COVID death in almost 3 weeks. Most of the deaths she's been dealing with have been suicides and opioids. Yeah. And so we know who that is. Yeah. So, and this is not to mention that this shit is causing a mental health on a lot of people, man.
Psychological war.
This is kind. When you telling people that are not sick that they're sick. Yeah. You got people that are completely healthy, but you bombarding their minds. You making people think they're sick when they're not sick at all, man. Right. This is madness.
Yeah, but it's working, man.
It's totally working, man. Because 9 out of 10 people is wearing a mask when they buy them damn cells.
Yeah. When I was making that trip to come out here, man, shit was like a movie, man. I was going to death. The cops got following me and the female was next to me. Because, you know, we kept taking the mask off and drinking shit like that. They made a big deal off of that. So when I'm about to change planes, 3 fucking cops, hey man, we got word you guys been complaining. I'm like, talking about, man? Yo, that shit is working, man. It's working. They had cops waiting on me, man. Because I took my mask off and take a sip of water and shit like that.
Yep.
It's working, man.
And you go in a restaurant, you gotta wear a mask in the restaurant, but you go in there to eat.
And then you sit down and take it off. It makes no sense whatsoever, man. It makes absolutely no sense that I have to wear a mask to enter the place, but then I get to my table and it's okay to take it off to eat. And most of the places the majority of the places that allow that are the places that are tied into the system. All right, the big chains, for the most part. Because usually when you go in a restaurant like that, because all the mom and pop restaurants are shut down for the most part.
The gradualism too, because they get you geared up for the chip, because they got the scanning. And that thermometer, that shit, because you know I be fucking with them stocks. That thermometer came out over, the one they scan you with. That shit came out overnight, man. Yeah, they already had it all set up.
It was planned.
Yeah.
Totally planned, man. It's just like they'll have a rally and they'll have a whole big, they'll have the Black Lives Matter, which is like 85% white people. But they'll have Black Lives Matter come out here. Something will happen, and then 2 days later they'll have a big rally or whatever, the big protest. But they got signs that are already pre-made. Yeah, right. They don't have the cardboard signs that they drew on. They got plastic, melanated signs with sticks already. Everything's perfect. Right. It's like, hold on, man.
Who's funding y'all?
Yeah, who's funding this, man? He's straight old school. That's old school shit right there. He went over this one with it too.
This is back in 1 Samuel 4 and verse 6. And when the Philistines heard the noise of the shout, they said, what meaneth the noise of this great shout in the camp of the Hebrews? And they understood that the ark of the Lord Yahweh was coming to the camp. And the Philistines were afraid, for they said, the Most High is coming to the camp. And they said, woe unto us.
You know what's crazy? You could allude that to all the nations right now. So
exactly.
They're afraid. And there's a scripture in there that says, come, let the rocks fall upon us and hide us from the land. Them motherfuckers in the deep underground military base we're scared, man. Us brothers of the faith, we have nothing to scare. The Most High is back with us, man. Right. You understand? That's what the brothers reading, man. All right?
It says, for there hath not been such a thing heretofore. Woe unto us! Who shall deliver us out of the hand of these mighty gods? These are the gods that smote the Egyptians with all the plagues in the wilderness.
Man, your brothers hear that, man? The gods are back, man. Going back to Genesis, the 6th chapter, man. Because you got 3 classifications of spirits out here. You got the sons of the wicked, that's Esau. Every Edomite, they're wicked, man. That's it.
Can I jump in real quick? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that the man of sin be revealed.
So we have to go down as a nation, man. We went down for that period of time the Lord allowed us, man. Now we back. Now Esau being revealed. All the mass deception and lies, destructiveness and causing on our planet. Our planet, man. You know?
The son of perdition.
Yeah.
He's to be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
He's a destroyer who is to be destroyed.
That's right.
And that's where we are.
That's it, man. Beautiful times, man. And that's what you would say, alas, rejoice, man. For that time is great. It's even the time of Jacob's trouble. For the first part said, alas, rejoice, man. That's supposed to happen. The motherfuckers all the mass, that shit's supposed to happen, man. We should show how faithless people are. How vain. Most I create a lot of people to be destroyed, man.
Yeah.
Straight up, man.
And you can already see the division between the people who don't wear masks and the people who wear them, even outside. You're walking outside with the wind blowing and you're wearing a mask, man.
Crazy, man. You're down by the ocean, motherfuckers wearing a mask. Driving by themselves, fucking crazy.
Knowing they gonna have unprotected sex that night.
Hey, like they already said, though, that these people have no faith. Because guess what? When this COVID shit popped off, all the churches closed down there. Now they got to do church online. They got to do church live.
Yeah, and matter of fact, the churches, they like Ron was saying yesterday, man. They sheep is hungry because a lot of them churches can shut completely down. You know, you go through the hood, man. A lot of them storefront churches, they shut down and they ain't opening back up, man.
Bishop Bacon drinking the fifth.
Yeah, Bishop Bacon is sitting up getting even fatter and drinking more alcohol now, man.
I know they
And
made.
another thing, what they is doing though, they're watching the prophets. Everybody cooped inside watching this word. Everybody watching this.
And the rants of all these celebrities is evidence of it.
Yep. Right.
Quoting information is half right.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord taking away their excuse. Hey, the Lord put you in the house. You can't do nothing but really watch the prophets. Now the Lord taking away your excuse from the destruction that's coming. You ain't gonna be able to call the Lord out and say, Lord, but I ain't get a chance. Nobody will be able to do that, man.
Yeah, somebody
guilty.
Somebody put an image in the group the other day that was an image of Dwayne Wade, some other cat, and some dude.
IUIC.
Yeah, he was an IUIC dude. An IUIC dude wearing fringes, man, on his shirt. So, and IUIC, they be going on, but they still gonna tell you an Israelite, though. You know, they still gonna tell you you're an Israelite.
Everybody knows.
So,
That nigga ain't exempt. With Dwayne Wade, you're not exempt, bro. I know where you getting that. You gonna be ashamed of the kingdom. You ain't Gabriel fucking Ununion, man. Y'all motherfuckers gonna have your head down for that fuckeries y'all doing, man. For them fucking children, man.
you following that woman, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
Straight up, man.
her
Hey, you know
box
what he said?
can't be
Everybody
accurate.
heard the truth, man.
Right. The Lord said it can't. The end can't come until the word is preached to the four corners. Roughly paraphrasing, I want to say it's Matthew the 24th chapter. Right. The Lord said the end can't come until the word is pushed to the four corners of the earth. According to Romans, it says what? It says that our line went out to all the earth, man. So the Lord said, had I not come, they had not sinned. Now they have no hope for their sin, man. You know.
I got you right here. This is Matthew 24 and 14. And this gospel of the kingdom.
This gospel, man. What we're teaching, not that shit in the church. You know, the elder was talking about rest of the bros, man. Not that Catholic shit. None of that, man. This is the true gospel, the true understanding, man. All right? Rugged and raw, man. 100%, man.
That's Isaiah 61. You know, it says the Spirit of the Lord is upon us to preach glad tidings unto the meek, man. Who is the meek? Who's the brokenhearted? Who's the ones that's shut up in prison houses, man?
Let's get it, man.
This is for us, man.
Yeah.
You know?
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be.
Yeah, we're going to have a kingdom, man. But this ain't living. The fuck you think this living is the end all be all? And the fucking projects, third world country and all that shit. Jay constantly killing each other out here. Nah, man. This is the exact effect of not keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments, man. All right? This is what happens when things are out of order, out of whack, according to the scriptures, man. You have chaos. And that was mainly geared towards the Israelites, man. So we're going to have a kingdom of righteousness, man, real soon, man. A supreme rulership over the whole earth under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. And we believe it because that's what's written, man. What's part of belief? Having faith. That faith is a gift unto the elect, man. Why these brothers coming out here traveling, meeting brothers and all that, man? The families of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is back, man. The first spirits, the first fruits, man. This ain't no light thing, man. Where, bro?
That's what we're looking for. It says what? Wherein dwelleth all good things, man. Yeah. You know? That's what we're looking forward to. It says the kingdom prepared for us. We go watch.
Watch, man.
You know?
Right. This is Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
I swear, man. As soon as we, a lot of us saw this information on the net 2007, 2008. The earth started drastically changing, man. This word has went throughout Europe, went throughout the Caribbean, South America, all across the states, man, all up to Canada, man. Everything started to change, man. There's a scripture in Acts that the prophets have turned the world upside down. That's what happened, man. The Most High woke up his sons, man. All right, it's about time y'all guys get your asses up. Get out there. Yeah, I'm about to send my son back, man. Let's go.
Right. Said through the spirit of his mouth. We're his mouthpiece.
Yeah.
And look at the vibration that's moving through the earth, man. Prophecies are popping off.
Yeah.
Like popcorn. It's popping like popcorn, man. All right, and this COVID thing, all it did was reveal more wickedness on the account of Esau, man.
Yeah.
But on that statement you said earlier, brother, this is
Go ahead, brother. Okay, I'm gonna read it. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness to all nations, and then shall the end come.
At the end of the age, and everybody's seeing it through the internet, through the Instagram and all that, man. Right? Just like a good movie to watch is the movie Glass, man. That was talking about the elect. And guess what? The end part, man, everybody saw the spiritual battle, man. We're like those people, man, working regular jobs and all that, man. People look down upon us. My brothers are very, very intelligent, man, with different talents, man. You see? They come together when we form Yahweh Shai like Voltron, man.
That's right. Brothers unite. But this is Matthew 24 and 50. And it reads, the Lord of that servant shall come in a day when he looketh not for him, and in an hour that he is not aware of, and shall cut him asunder and appoint him his portion with the hypocrites. And there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So people like Gabrielle Union, her wicked self, and her damn henpecked ass husband, Dwayne Wade, man, and all them other people like that are gonna die, man. They basically got their constellation on this side, man, and they're labeled among the 2/3, which we trying out. We don't want no parts of that, man. All right, that's why we come out here and do this work, man. Put our asses, our lives on the line, man. Our health and our freedom, man. It's been days we've been out here when it's when the damn temperatures are 100 degrees. All right, we've been out here 30 below, man.
Yeah.
40 below.
Soldiers, man. Yeah.
Especially when you're on mission.
Chicago get fucking cold, man. I'm like, I ain't going out there, man. I'm just being real. Shit gets cold out here, man.
It get brutally cold in Chicago, man.
Brothers believe, man. Soldiers, man. The most activated brothers, man. Different parts of the world, different climate zones, man. Brothers stand upon they watch, man. The tabernacle of David, man. They ain't no stopping us, man. This is what Esau is scared of, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Revelation 11:11 saying great fear fell upon him.
Yeah.
Out of all of this, they didn't switch our whole nationality up.
Yeah.
They didn't give us different heritage.
Yeah. Ties.
Yeah.
You can fix the sign.
They didn't change up our. They didn't give us different names. Like I was saying earlier, they gave the Levites. What is that? Haitian. They goes back to the Greek god of Hades, man. Okay, so they changed everything up, man. But now they get shocked that all of the rape, rob, and murder, the lies, the killing their own people to try to hide us from this truth, man. You know?
I got one glass of water. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
And who's the righteous man? The prophets. And we're standing in the face of who? Esau, Edom, that afflicted rape, rob, and murder. Okay? Go ahead.
Before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labor.
Right, made no account of our labors, man. We built up this place, man. Jake was in all parts of the world building things up, man. Free slave labor. We were speaking about this earlier about how Jake had to pick cotton, man. You know how hard picking cotton was, man? You get pricked, blood in the basket, all right? And then you have to get amount of, pounds of it?
Yeah.
Now cotton is light as hell, man. You know how much cotton you gotta pick to get just one fucking pound?
Right.
1 pound of cotton, man.
They showed you that 12 years a slave.
12 years a slave.
How that little woman was making 300 pounds, 400 pounds. You know how hard she had to work to do that?
Cotton is lighter than this.
Mississippi at that with that weather.
Right, so you got bugs biting you, the heat on your ass.
If Jake wanted to run away, they'd put him in the
Hot box.
The hot box.
The hot box.
Where you lay naked.
Oh, that muzzle.
And the beam is sun, man. You get to lose or die or be exhausted, man. This devil got to pay. But he's afraid now, man. We're on the offense. He's on the defense now.
Yeah.
We're on the offense. All right, Esau's on the fucking defense, man. He has to wait and see what we're doing, man. He got to wait and see the moves of the prophets, man. What we're talking about, man. All right.
And that's facts.
He thinks he's controlling the narrative, but not anymore.
One brother. I just want to, one brother, man, that had that dream of him and Evelyn Rothschild. That's proof in the pudding. And the dream he had, Evelyn Rothschild watches us on his phone and all that. He was asking about that cherry that showed up a couple of months back, man. So that's proof they're watching us, man, in the dream. Him and the brother England, man, who the brother named Jamal, had a conversation, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can make a quick testimony. Me and the brother, this was like me and the brother Natazaki, when we first got in the truth, I think we was about like 2 years in, and through the spirit confirmed it for me. We seen, before he died, we seen David Rockefeller walking down the street, and we seen one of the Pope, like one of these up there popes, But it was we was over there by Magnificent Mound,
Right.
by the mall. There had to be at least 1,000 people, like a sea of people. The only 2 people he locked eyes with was us. Through the spirit, we knew it was him, and he knew it was us. Nobody else mattered.
Right, that's crazy, right. You walking through a sea
had to
of
be-
fucking people,
Yeah,
and then he locked eyes with the prophets.
yeah.
There it is, man. That's
That
crazy.
motherfucker looked like death.
So, go on, brother.
Hey, but Bible can say if you read verse 2, that's how they be. That's
Wisdom of Solomon 5 verse 2. When they sin, they shall be troubled with terrible fear.
When they sin, there shall be trouble with terrible fear. Like, how the fuck did they wake up? Like, what the hell? You know, when you go into, what is it, Micah 2:1? Can somebody get that real quick? What is it? Yeah, was it Micah 2:1? They done did all of the technology. They done did all. They did AIDS. Okay, they done did put us in a project, led the projects, crack epidemic, all of that, man, to try to kill us before the prophets even rose up, man.
Right, chemical warfare. They
Chemical
got,
welfare, yep.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
Man.
That's COVID shit.
They got the shit, the music, the movies.
Gangbang like,
You know, all
man.
that, man.
Hey,
Real
and,
music.
How the hell did
and
they
that
wake
damn
up?
South Park. And you know what? My stepson told me, he admitted to me a couple weeks back, how he believes that the music that he grew up listening to and watching South Park definitely fucked with his head, man. He suggested conversation. Because I was listening to South Park in the background yesterday, and my sister-in-law was there. We both heard it at the same time. And I turned around and she turned around, and they was literally talking about molested children on the episode of South Park. All right, and at the end of the episode, they sacrificed Chef.
damn.
Chef got put to death. He got ripped to pieces by a mountain lion and a grizzly. All right, he got ripped to pieces, and then they picked up his body and they put his body back together. He was in a Darth Vader suit, breathing like a pervert. And then the group of Edomites that saved him, that had him in this place where the kids called themselves rescuing him from. It was like a ghetto island or some shit, because they had to cross a bridge. And so I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? And I'm watching it, and then at the end he said something to the effect he said, Chef, what do you want to do? He said, I want to make a Salisbury steak for the children, but then I want to have them lick my salty balls. Wow. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then the dude says, you mean you want to give them ice cream cones? He was like, no, I want to make them lick my salty balls. And he said it with the Darth Vader voice. I'm like, this is some sick shit, man.
Yeah, them old episodes, ain't
So
they?
I ain't never seen that shit. It was new to me. But I just heard that shit and I stopped in my tracks and started watching it, man. I was like, they putting this shit on TV? Yeah. You know, and then the music, man. I was watching a very edifying video just the other day of the tribute to the elders. It was either yesterday or the day before. The video goes off, and you know how they put them commercials in now, in between, and the whole it was like an ad, and the whole video was some Chase Davis looking nigga with about $20,000 worth of jewelry on, who sucked, by the way, rap like shit, rapping about backseats and choppers. Backseats and choppers.
That's not music, man.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm gonna spray you up, backseat. Right, and they just showing a whole bunch of choppers in backseats of cars, and him with a bunch of jewelry on.
That's witchcraft, man.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's what the Lord took that one dude FB jumped up. And I'm not from out here. Brothers, every brother that I met gave that nigga a bad report, man. I was like, holy shit. I didn't know that nigga was that evil, man. Rapping about the dead, rapping about the deceased. The Lord killed his ass, man.
Yeah.
That shit they push, that's not music, man. Music is supposed to uplift you, man. You know what I'm saying? Make you feel good. This shit is a deaf culture. To push it out on Jake, man.
That's what black culture is,
Yeah.
deaf culture.
It's supposed to remove spirit talking, like
Yeah.
King David played the harp with King Saul. It's supposed to remove those spirits, but these songs nowadays they put spirits on you. You know, and
Give you
Esau
happy
knows
thoughts,
that.
man.
You know?
Yeah, feel
So
good.
you hear that music and these niggas be walking down the street tripping, man. I don't even know what they be doing. You know, I know thugs use two steps, but these niggas,
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they're doing,
Yeah,
man.
them fucking dreads.
Yeah, they just started like
fucking
tweaking,
dreads, man. Them
What
dreads goes back to Elon, man.
are you doing? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, man. Them dreadlocks go back to Elon, man. They ain't no fucking. That Samson didn't have no fucking dreads, man. He had braids. Yeah, he blew his shit out. He had a fro. All right. Stupid. Hey, the Lord is separated from the elect from the wicked, man.
Yeah,
Out your goddamn minds.
yeah. When you cut one of them dreads, the center of it is full of disease and full of mold and damn life. You got all kind of bacteria crawling around and bugs and shit. Because in the middle of it, you can only clean around it. The middle of it has a core. The core of it becomes infested with shit, man. Especially if it's the dread is long. That means it's been on there for years, man. You got all manner of life on the inside of that, man. That's why you niggas crazy, because I think that life start going back into your roots, into your damn brain, man.
Hey, you know what they call it? They call it drill music. Because they listen to that before they go pull the drill. The drill is basically going to kill your enemies.
Or run a train on a bitch. You know, because they all share the same damn broad, too. That music is just wicked and crazy.
Well,
Hell,
who
man.
started all of that was Amalek.
Yeah, Amalek, those fake Jews, man.
All right, when you go back into, I believe it was like the right before rap hip hop came out.
yeah.
The NWA
Conscious
and all
rap.
them.
They switched it, man.
They switched it.
Hey, we were just watching that the other day. Me and Elder Uriah, man. We were just sitting up watching You Must Learn, the whole video with the KRS-One. In the beginning of the video, he's in the school teaching. And the crazy thing, that whole scene with him teaching the history, and then he started talking about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being black, and they were in North and West Africa, so whatever he said. And if you tell them this, they can't laugh at you. And then you saw the principal come in with the security, and they fired him and threw him out of school. I lived that shit. That actually happened to me. All right. In my senior year in high school, we had a teacher named Taki Ratan who started teaching that the people in the Bible and the Egyptians and all the people in the Bible, of course, they had that black conscious shit connected to it, just like that did. But nevertheless, he was teaching that the Israelites was a dark race of people, man. And when he started talking about how the fact that the Jews were the Israelites were Jews and the Jews were black, and they weren't white people, and that image of Christ is a false image. And guess what? Little nigga bitches went home, and they told their nigga mamas, and their nigga mamas showed up to the school, and security came in and escorted them out, and he got fired. So that long ago, man, and I know I'm the oldest brother here right now. That long ago, man. So that fucked me up because I grew up in a damn wicked ass Jehovah Wickedness church, and the only image of Yahweh Shai I knew was Cesare.
Yeah.
And so he came and proved and showed me in school and showed me in history books and artifacts. That's why I was so into history when I came into the truth, and why I gravitated to it, because I had a problem with Christianity from that day forward. Because I was like, well, why they gotta lie about what the people of the Lord look like? And every time I would present that question to church, don't be saying that. You know, it always caused the issue. So there it is, man. Why? Shalom, brother. So the problem is, it's just like this started, man. We're at the end of Esau's kingdom, because now that's common knowledge. You have people that don't really know much about the Bible at all, but they know that. They know the Lord. They know the Lord ain't a so-called white man. All right.
This Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
So when they see the prophets, they see the men of the Lord, and then the strangeness of our salvation is what? The chariots, man. Getting beamed up out of here, man. Hey, I think Isaiah said he's gonna perform his act, his strange act. That strange act, you're gonna see 144,000 men being beamed up in the spaceships, man. And what is known as UFOs.
And there's plenty of footage of what the brother's talking about.
Yeah.
And now they put it on the regular news now.
Yeah. They have
right? They got TV shows and documentaries. There's a whole documentary on YouTube about it.
Right. Hey, Esau ain't got no choice but to put it out there now. And really, Esau ain't doing it. It's the Lord doing it, man. The Lord is controlling everything, man. Everything that's being put out now,
Like this electronic device. Esau invented this device to to benefit him. But the truth of the matter is that it has done the complete opposite. Because as much money he may have made in the process, number one, his money ain't shit no more, and number two, the truth is out. So these devices was really his downfall, man.
Right. I think it's on everything. So like it's on, brothers is on Facebook. Brothers on brothers from Miami, Palm Beach. They was on TikTok, man. Somebody recorded them on the highways and put them on TikTok, man.
Wow.
Every media outlet. All right, and well, don't forget, if back in 2007. The Euro Slut came out and put out World Star Hip Hop, man.
Brothers in the Bay.
The first ones.
Brothers in the Bay got World Star lit.
Right.
The most hated group in the world.
And somebody put that same video, brothers found it on Pornhub. That same video of the San Fran brothers.
The most hateful group in the world. It was on Pornhub, man. Yeah. And all they did, because the brothers in San Francisco, the brothers used to go hard, and all they did is edit it and put in all the parts when people would disrespect to do something stupid, and the brothers would start cursing them out, and all they did was, just the brothers, insulting people, gag going in on their ass, right? And so they just, as if that's all they did. Is all we did was stood around with Bibles in our hand and they called people fat, fat, sloppy, and whatever, and just insult people every time they walk by as if that's what all we did. And that was just a lie, man. That was just propaganda and a lie, to try to make us look like something that we weren't.
But you know what? That drew brothers in.
It did. You can do nothing against this trick, only for it, man. And every time they try to demonize us, all they do is make this thing get bigger. Because they put us on platforms, and then you have all these so-called educated people, these different professors, and these people with all these degrees come up, and then we embarrass them like we always do. And make them realize that, well, you paid to learn all them lies. And now the truth is coming out, and you don't like it.
We got the example of that in the scriptures, man. When the wicked scribes and Pharisees, they would persecute Peter, John, Paul, and them, and what would happen, man? More believers would believe after that, man. So you're not doing nothing but adding to the church, man. You got more than that, Mr. Solomon?
Wisdom of Solomon 5 and verse 3. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he, but we had sometimes in derision.
So we gave them poison. We gave them black culture. We gave them crap. These are those niggas that was on those dry bones.
Yeah.
See? Those dry bones, those are the Lord's chosen. Yeah. The ones that we spit on. You got those Jews right now today throwing up on Jake, man.
Yeah.
Literally look at him and throw up on him and spit on him, man.
Right. Hey, which is a miracle, man. Because here it is, in Revelation 11, it says what? That our dead bodies shall lay 3 days and a half. Yeah. Well, why was it such a miracle? Why was it such a mind-blowing thing for Yahweh Shai to raise up Lazarus, man? Or she said after 4 days, he's thinking now, man. His body's starting to decay, so there is no bringing him back from that.
Right.
Well, it's the same thing with these people. These nations looked at us like our body started to decay. So it was like, it's no bringing them back from that, man. But through Yahweh Shai, here he is, man. Now here we are through Yahweh Shai, man. So why do Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai,
Go to the word Lazarus, I believe it's he who God's help or something like that.
Allah is on.
Yeah, Allah is on. So a representation of us as well, coming out of that dead state, man.
Okay. And this is 1 Corinthians 1 and 27. But God have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise.
Right, man. Jake coming out third world countries. Jake coming out the ghettos. Jake coming out gangbanging. Jake coming out fucking broken family homes. Man, you know what I'm saying?
And we had some Jakes that left doing professional sports and acting and all kind of stuff, man.
Right, man. And we all have all these different types of degrees. We're not on TV, man. The Most High chose us, man. That's heavy, man. That's a miracle. Yes, yeah.
And it says, and God have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. Right? And base things of the world and things which are despised have God chosen.
Yeah, but hey, Jake, man, as a whole is despised. I see the tribe of Judah, man, despise, man. They hate this, the Southerners, man, the most, man. And ultimately, the whole nation of Israel. Because Issachar be catching it, man. Out there in the west, man. Zebulon be catching it. Gad. Push Gad all the way out in the fucking goddamn, man.
Dakotas, man.
Yeah, man.
Ain't nothing in the
catching
Dakotas,
it, man. You see? In the desert somewhere, man. So we're the things that are despised and the Most High's used, man. Because he allowed Esau to fucking trick y'all, man. Nigga whitewash every fucking thing, man.
Hey, did. It says, I'm going to read 28 again. It says, "And base things of the world and the things which are despised have God chosen, yeah, the things which are not, to bring to naught things that are." So we were a no people, man. Run around calling ourselves black, calling ourselves Latino, calling ourselves Native American, Haitian. Hey, Jake still calls himself a nigga to this day. All right?
We black, nigga.
Beaners and spiggers, you know. All spooks. And there was an old slang that they used to call Gad. They used to call Gad prairie niggas or tree niggas. Yep. I was watching some movie, and you know how they have the subtitles? And the dude, the Edomites, were walking through the forest, and he was like, "Man, you making so much noise, you're going to alert every tree nigga within 5 miles." And he was talking about Gad. There was a Gadite hide behind a tree when he said it. He should have jumped out and tomahawk his ass.
Hey, JJ coming straight out of those type of environment, man. And when these different elites go in different, they travel and they do the human trafficking, they prey upon people in the third world countries, man.
And women right here.
Yeah.
You know, hey, look, they were just talking about 800,000 children a year missing from America.
So a million, man.
That's a lot of
only in
fucking
America.
people.
That's only in America. Imagine across the world, man. Thailand, that's a major human trafficking spot, man. In the Philippines and so on and so forth, man. Check this out. Epstein Island was not that far from Haiti, man. Facts.
I bet you they had a smorgasbord
man,
for
they
that
fucked up
earthquake.
Levi, man. Go ahead, bro. You had, yeah, bro.
This is Hosea 1:10. "Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered."
Yeah, so that whole census, freaking so-called black man is the minority, the so-called Puerto Rican and all that. The children of Israel, that's a lie, man. Because you got Israelites like the other nations out here, man.
Hey, we got one example of that standing right here with us now.
That's a motherfucking lie.
Right.
We're the majority. We're the majority. That this world would not function. We don't understand this whole planet was made for us. So if we not here, nothing else is going to be. The sun and the moon would not exist. Wasn't for us, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. The moon stop putting us back. You guys don't understand the sun and the moon and the earth is not here. Nobody be alive, man. Everything was made for Israel, man. Go ahead, bro.
"And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power."
That's right here, man. Right. So that's why Esau came with the whole anti-Shemitic bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, anti-Semitic. And we still ask that question every week. Who the hell is Sem?
Yeah.
All right, who is Sem? All right, please explain to us Sem's portion in the Bible, and you know, and where his role was in history, and where's his lineage with the history of Israel? Because we know about Shem. Is there another gospel where he had a twin brother named Shem? I mean, named Sem. All right, and to show you that they know that they so full of shit that they use pseudoscience, or they use their newspeak and created a word. They created a word, gave it a definition, and used it as a weapon. It's the fact that a couple of years back, when I had an Israeli client. I actually had quite a few back in the day. And on one of her last trips home, she came back and she gave me a necklace. And on that necklace, it had the Ha, you know, in the Assyrian script.
Right.
And she said, "I got this for you." And I was like, Hashem. And she was like, you know Hashem. So they call it Hashem. So it's not Hashem. So that's how you know they know, man. So how you gonna take you refer to you won't say the name, you'll just say the name, which is Hashem. That also that also makes you understand that they know that it's Ha. Ha means stuff. So the whole terminology they use Hashem That's not, we're using that as a weapon against you because it proves that you're a liar. It proves that you know the proper pronunciation of the Hebrew. Right. And it proves that you know that it's not sim, but shim. You cold busted, homie. You cold busted, homie.
This brother's been holding for a minute, man.
Go ahead,
I got
brother.
a different script right here.
Oh, okay.
This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 25. My children, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from God, for thine enemy hath persecuted thee. But shortly thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
That's heavy, man. That's right.
There it is, man. There it is. And you
Hey, our punishment is almost up, man.
Kind.
It's almost up, man. We gotta go through the times of Jacob's trouble, the R-fight ship and all that. But it'll hold fast, man. Things will move fast, man.
And the Israelite foreigners are coming in.
Yeah.
You got people over in China and the Philippines calling on the name of Yahweh Shai. Hell, Capo put me up on some link. It was in Polish, Russian, and Korean. And somebody in Poland, somebody in Russia, and someone in Korea had all my videos, man. I was tripping on that shit, man. When he showed that shit to me, he was like, "Look at this." And they just the old channel, the Maccabean Spirit. The Maccabean Spirit I saw it in Russian, Korean, and in Polish, man. So hey, the Israelite foreigners are waking up. Y'all finished, man. Y'all finished.
I'm going to get verse 37. Baruch chapter 4, verse 37. Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. They come gathered together from the east to the west by the word of the Holy One, rejoicing.
By the word.
By the word of the Holy One.
That's right.
Rejoicing in the glory of Yahweh Shai.
Sorry, man.
Beautiful, man. By the word. We were gathered by the word. We all heard it, and it called to us.
That internet, man.
He said his sheep would hear his voice, man. So I heard all the lies. Like I said, I grew up in that damn wicked ass Jehovah's Witness church, right? Then my children's mother, I married a damn Catholic, so I became a Catholic. But then I realized that was bullshit, and so I was like, no, we gotta become born again. Because this right here, this is a false doctrine, right? So then, and especially when I found some born agains that were talking about the Lord was really dark, I was like, oh yeah, this is what we're supposed to be. That was still bullshit too, man. Because they weren't following the law, statutes, and commandments. Neither were they identifying who the tribes were. It's not just enough to say, oh, well, the Israelites was a dark race of people. But yeah, but which dark race of people? This dark race of people. But this is one race of people. 12 different tribes, one race. Right? They have the same common seed, same common salvation, man. All the sons of Jacob and his 12 sons, man. Point blank, period.
And we still got seed over there in the Middle East.
Because
a lot of the North, man, when they got snatched up, pretty much they took counsel on themselves and they came over here. It still got a lot of seed over there, man. From the North, man.
And then even modern day, man. You know how many Jakes went fought in Vietnam, fought in World War II, World War I. All them visits that I went to Thailand, man. Come on, man. Dude, listen, right? Jake. Hey, Jake is Jake, man. All right, and when I was there, I'm gonna tell you, man. My platoon sergeant Padua, man. Between me and him,
run through him.
Man, and then Jake and look, and then because Esau was going and they were buying all the whores. We didn't have to buy whores, man. We were getting the women. I was never into that buying whole shit, man. I didn't have to do that, man. The women were coming to Jake, man. Jake was getting all the women, man.
Because they like Jake, man. They like Jake.
They love
Jake. Same thing in Japan, man. A lot of
Japan too. That's another spot.
A lot of fucking Edomites will go over there and fall in love with them goddamn boots, man. And Jake, man, we running through him, man. Running through him. I had this big butt Japanese bitch. And I'm going in the hotel and Jake complimenting me. He said, man, I'm faded. He said, man, it's like that. I said, bro, it's like that, son. Look. It's like that, bro. It's getting them, man. All praise y'all about Shimei Shah, man. We're the soul of the earth, man. Yeah, man. You have something?
I got one.
Go ahead, brother.
Con. This is the book of 1 Maccabees chapter 5, and I'm going to start at the top. And this goes back to the nations being in fear of us because of us gathering back because of this word. This is 1 Maccabees 5:1. Now when the nations round about heard that the altar was built and the sanctuary renewed as before, it displeased them very much. And that's what's happening right now. The tabernacles of David are being rebuilt as of old, right?
The altar right here, man.
Exactly.
You know, the altar with the name that's supposed to be on the altar, right? So we're standing in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh in this altar here in Chicago, man.
That's right. You know? That's right. Verse 2, wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob that was among them, and thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people. And this is the same mindset that the heathen have today, man. That's why the devil's going to come down having great wrath.
They get ready to come at us.
Exactly.
Because that's the next thing to happen, man. They get ready to come at us, man.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Because their society is falling rapidly. And they're exposed.
Verse 3, it says, then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea at Arbatine, because they besieged Israel, and he gave them a great overthrow and abated their courage and took their spoils. And that's likened unto the what in this time period, man? The Lord lifting up that standard. So when they come in, just like they've come in times before, man, the Lord is going to lift up that standard, man. All right? The Lord isn't just going to give us over into the hand of these heathen, man. Speaking of the servants of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you know, 2/3 of these niggas, they're going to get judged with Esau, man.
Matter of fact, get the 2/3 real quick. Get Ezekiel 9 and 4 to somebody.
I'll grab Zechariah. This is Zechariah chapter 4. Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein.
There it is, man. See, all Israel is not Israel, man. Right. You know, you got 2/3 of our people. They're gonna get it on the other side. Their lot has already been allotted. Their assignment, their number. Everybody's holding a number that you can't see. Everybody has a mark that you can't see. Oh, man. And some people's mark is for salvation, to be exempt from judgment, right. and other people's is to receive their sword, man. Right. And ain't nothing you can do about it, man. There's a 1/3 of Israel and there's a 2/3 of Israel. And 2/3 of Israel is not going to make it. Thus saith the scripture, not me.
I got something real quick.
Bring it out, brother.
It's Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, that great prince was standing for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. So those that has that mark for what deliverance, man. You know? And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt, man. And it says, and they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars forever and ever, man.
Right, so the men that make it, man, the elect, that 144,000 chosen judges, man, they're going to forever have a shine on them, and they're going to be like the celebrities in the kingdom of heaven. Because all of Israel is special, but those men are always going to shine high above everybody else, man. You know, because they're not going to be like everyone else. They're going to have a much greater portion, man. And the 1/3 will be included in that to a certain extent as well, man. But nevertheless, there'll be times when we get to the kingdom of heaven, man, when Yahweh Shai will, you know, all Israel will come together for certain things. But then there's going to be a time when he calls for his elect. And the rest of Israel, they're not going to be a part of that, man. There's an elect of Israel, those first spirits, those fruits that were first created with Yahweh Shai in the beginning, like the brother Barak was saying, man. In the beginning, man, there wouldn't be no sun, wouldn't be no moon, there wouldn't be no sky. They were there in the beginning with the Lord doing creation, man. All right? Go ahead, brother.
2 Ezra 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Hey, Lil Wayne, Jay-Z, Bianca, whatever the hell her name is, Beyonce, you know, right, Mark Anthony and Jennifer Lopez.
It's not about coincidence. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, brother.
They fucking names is on Jeffrey Epstein flight list, man.
Right. Wow.
Jay-Z, Beyonce, Chris Tucker, Akon, Marshall Mathers. I saw the list, man. The list go on and on. You're gonna wake up to everlasting shame and contempt in the scriptures, man. Naomi Campbell is on there. Oprah is on there, man. They're having it into human trafficking, man. You know? Straight up, the Most High talking about y'all, man.
Yeah, matter of fact, there's images of her with that bracelet on her ankle. Her, Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah, Oprah.
And what's that little Jewish comedian actor dude? David Spade.
Yeah.
Him too. He got a bracelet on his ankle too, man.
From that adrenochrome, man. A lot of them is feeling the effects of not drinking that blood like they used to. A lot of these motherfuckers walk around with 2 pints of blood on them, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It makes me think about that scene in
Blade.
Yeah,
Blade,
you was with it.
I knew it.
That whole scene in Blade,
First Blade?
when the girl walked in and saw all the homeless, and she saw all the people.
Yep.
You know, and then and then she was like, shut it down. Like she was like, no, they ain't doing this shit no more. But that's what that came to my mind.
And then in one, he had the blood bank in the police car.
Yeah.
And when
all that plasma.
Yeah, he had it all up in the car, man.
Yeah.
And you would be surprised at these people walking around us like that.
Yeah, these super rich, they live in some of these,
They
walk around.
especially the ones that live along the riverfront.
Right.
You know, those because you know those are the real expensive ones, the ones that live on the riverfront.
Yeah.
All along Wacker Drive. And
They
on the
walk
other
around
side of
with
Wacker Drive, of course.
They caught Al Gore a couple of years back in a suitcase full of blood, man. They're the real vampires, man. You can look all this stuff up, man.
Yeah.
You understand? So they feeling the effects. So they getting looking real old, real frail and all that stuff. Losing their power, man. Like that one, right. That one top singer, man. What the fuck is her name? That Dre was worshiping, man. What the fuck is Edomite name, man? I can't.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Man, she looked like a
She was married to the tall, chubby dude with the ball.
I don't remember
That fat one?
Celine Dion. She looked like a damn vampire now, man.
Done, bro.
She does,
bro. From all that blood drinking, man. Those are the effects of it. They start hallucinating.
Yeah, she looked like a damn vampire,
Thank
man.
you, brother. Shit ain't no joke, bro.
Through the spirit, I knew who you was talking about.
Bro, I saw that shit. I was like, wow, they're the real vampires.
But she actually looked, you know, she was never fine enough, but she looked decent. Going back, you know, about 10, 15 years ago. Now she just looked like, like she's a vampire and got no blood. Right, and got exposed to the sun. Right, and they pulled out the sun right before she died.
Yeah, because that adrenochrome allows them to keep their youth, man. So the Lord's snatching all that, man.
Okay, these people want to drink blood, then they want to give everybody GMOs. Of course, the blood ain't gonna have the same thing. Dummy, you poisoning every fucking body.
And that's why this judgment is going to come down great, man. Hey, because in Wisdom of Solomon, it speaks about the murderers,
merciless of children,
man. That's what the ancient Canaanites were doing back in our land, and Esau, Edom is doing that same thing today, man. So great judgment is coming down for all that, man.
Yeah, with these Planned Parenthoods and these abortion clinics all across America, you know. And I'm gonna tell you, it was for years. I didn't really know. You know, that was a time I didn't know what a Planned Parenthood was, man. And the dojo used to be at the Fitness Formula right there on LaSalle, on Division of LaSalle. There's a Planned Parenthood right down that corner, man. And for years, I saw women going in and out of there all day long. Bad ones too, Edomite ones, but the main people I saw going in there was the northern and the southern kingdom, man. They were the main ones, but I never knew what it was, you know. And then I looked it up, was like, damn, that's what this is. And yeah, so hey, look, just a statistic, man. It says the most dangerous place for the so-called black male or black child, baby, whatever, is in the womb of his mother, man. Right? Because that's how you know this Black Lives Matter is a bunch of baloney, man, a bunch of bullshit. Right? And like I said, when you see them gather, you know, they're like 85% Edomites anyway. Right? But if they really was about it, when they was out here tearing up everything, instead of trying to tear down the Christopher Columbus statue, you should have been burning down all the Planned Parenthoods, man. You should have been destroying all the child support buildings, man. If you really was about saving the people. All right? That's what you should have, but they didn't target anything like that. They targeted things that help make your own neighborhoods a food bank. You attack the places where in your own neighborhoods where you gotta buy clothes, where you gotta buy food. And now you already had a food desert, you know, and now you got to go way out your way to go to, right, you got to go and do an hour bus ride just to go get some food and do an hour bus ride back. When you used to be able to go just a couple blocks. Idiots. Shalom, brother. Got another one? Go ahead, brother.
God, this is what the brother was quoting, Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and verse 3. It says, "For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices. And also those..."
And that can be applied to Amalek today, man. You know, he in our homeland, man, a kosher pig, fucking Pink City. You know, the biggest fucking gay parade on the earth is there in our land, man. Right. You know? You got it.
Yeah, they embrace the LBGT stuff over there big time.
All that left-hand energy Esau got, he just, you know, he went and dug all that shit up, man. He did his fucking research. He went to all the different deities of Canaan. Like that human sacrificing, blood drinking, cannibalism. That goes back to Cain. Them Canaanites, man. All that left-hand shit, man. So it's nothing new he's doing underneath the sun. Went to the Egyptians, pulled all that shit up, man. You know? So all these different deities he's worshiping, the Lord got him in a trick bag called a quagmire, man. All them demons pulling back for his ass now, man. You see?
It says, "And also those merciless murderers of children."
Man. 800 to 1 million children, possibly more, goes missing in the United States of America. Human trafficking and freaking organ harvesting is fucking the sky high in Chicago, man. Yeah. Especially that organ harvesting, man. Yeah. Like this one dude, you say, you call the motherfuckers that bury the dead. Undertaker, right. There's a Jake, he did a video, man. Brothers posted it up. He said, "I'm tired of seeing fucking young black boys coming through here, man. Because you guys don't understand what they do to your body. By the time we get to your body, all your organs is fucking missing, man." That's what he said. Wow. He said, "Y'all family don't know that, man." Yeah. So I'm tired of seeing my people coming through here, man. Because they take all your fucking organs, man.
And we've been telling you for a long time that these Edomites dress up in those prosthetic masks. They put those masks on where they look like Jake. They go in the neighborhood, they shoot up Jake.
Perfect headshots. Right?
Perfect headshots, so all their organs are fine. Right? They shoot little people, all their organs are fine. Right? And then, just like the brother said, the Undertaker get to him, he go to bury him, and all their innards is gone, man. The liver, the kidneys, your heart, your lungs. All right? And that's just wickedness, man. And we've been telling you that. And they even got videos all on the internet with these Edomites, with these masks on, making them look like so-called black people, man.
Hey, it was a place out here. Y'all remember that chick who died like 2 years ago?
In Rosemont.
Rosemont, right? At the hotel.
Yeah, yeah.
They found the girl
somebody getting
supposedly in the hotel, man. When they got to her, all her organs was out, man. But see, it's a Jew. It's a so-called Jew who owns a lot of these hotels, and people get found missing in those hotels, man. Yeah. All right, and they have like a little dungeon or whatever it is that they kidnap people from the hotels who enter in, man. And then they get their organs out of them.
Like the movie Hostel.
Kanika Jenkins.
Like the movie Hostel. Also, what was that movie? I think it was what was the one with Brad Pitt? The underground bare knuckle boxing.
Fight Club.
Not Fight Club. Another one. Was it Lock, Stock, Two Smoking Gun Barrels? But they were in England. They were in England in this one, and they had weird ass accents.
Right. Man.
When the gangster dude he said, beware of gangsters that own pig farms.
Oh yeah.
All right, because that's one of the easiest way to get rid of bodies. They also showed you that in the Hannibal movies, and then you had that one Rabbi Finkelstein. They gave that interview on the radio, that famous interview, telling you about the drinking of the blood and how the biggest seller of the meat is McDonald's. And he said in most of the pig farms, most of the slaughterhouses are owned by the Jews. Right. And he told them, so how you think we get rid of the body? So they laughing and making jokes about it. But but hey, look, a pig, they showed you that in Hannibal. Pigs will strip a body to the bone, even eat on the bone, nothing left, man. Right. And so if the pigs eat the body and there's nothing left, and then you slaughter those pigs, there's all the evidence. It's gone. There's no evidence there, man.
Remember years ago they had everybody on the milk carton? All the people in the video on the milk carton and stuff?
Yeah. Have you seen
Do
me?
you know where your kids are? It was an old commercial in the 90s. Do you know where your kids are?
Con. And that commercial started in the 80s.
In the 80s? Well,
That was through the 80s all through the 90s, yeah. It's 8 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are?
I got something real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
This is Psalm 64, and I'm going to start from 5. They encourage themselves in an evil manner. They commune of lying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Yeah, their heart is deep, man. Because it's crazy. You mentioned that movie. I was trying to fucking remember it. In the beginning of the movie, they talk about how the fallacy of the virgin birth. There was some cars artists talking about
that. That was in that very movie. That was what's my name? My man Benicio del Toro was dressed up like one of the fake Jews.
Yeah.
Right. And he talked about it was a misunderstanding of what the word virgin meant. It was two different words. Yeah. Yep. They break that down right in the middle of that movie. Damn. Right. It was like there was no such thing as a virgin birth. The Christians, and then he broke it all down. Yep. And so you got, because I drove past the Church of Immaculate Conception today. There is no such thing. That's a lie. Yeah. All right.
Snatch.
Snatch. There we go. Snatch.
Snatch. And Brad Pitt played a gypsy, man.
That was a good ass movie too.
Man. And one of the elders in New York brought that out about that movie, man. I want to watch it again. In the beginning of the movie, was some fucking cars on.
Rabbis.
The rabbis.
They dressed because they actually pull off a hit on a jewelry store.
Yeah.
And they got inside by dressing like rabbis. Because you know, Jewelers Row, all the Jewish people own all the jewelry shops over there.
Yeah.
So they dressed up like a bunch of rabbis and went into the jewelry store and did a hit.
Yeah. And the real word for the virgin, dealing with Matthew, the first chapter, is the real word is nienes, man. The Greek, man. It's not basbola. It's nienes, man. And that's the real word that's supposed to be there for a virgin, man. You're a young woman. Yeah, they was explaining that, man.
Matter of fact, I'll tell the
brothers got anything else?
Can I'll finish that Wisdom of Solomon. This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 12 and 5. And also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh and the feast of blood.
Yeah, the bowels of man, that's cannibalism, man. That trick, Brino Abramovich, whatever her name is, Spirit Cooking. Yeah, that bitch Chrissy Tien bragging about eating fucking children, eating human meat. Her text messages on fucking, what's that shit, Twitter, man. Yeah, they got her. That John Legend's wife, they all in that shit. John Legend's a bisexual, man. She was talking about how he had sex with Obama, all kinds of shit coming out.
They gotta do that with that.
Hillary sex. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you got Hillary sex tape with her fucking what do you call what's that woman that worked for her, man? Her assistant. They got a sex tape with them torturing a fucking little girl and filleting her fucking face off, man. Filleting the face off, put on her face. And them cops in New York, they got bumped out of that shit. A lot of them is dead over that shit, bro. Facts, man. This is all facts.
Damn.
All facts, man. It's going down, man. Everything lining up for you goddamn devils, man. I said, we don't know how the fuck y'all gonna make it in slavery, man. No holds barred, man.
Yeah, they gonna have a hard time. Hey, matter of fact, they gonna die in the fields all day long. And guess what? You're gonna wake right back up, right into slavery again. Right? You're gonna be like, damn, I thought I was free for a minute. All right?
Hey, now that judgment makes sense though, because I said that last week. Hey, I'm like, hey, a lot of you Edomites gonna get your face peeled off, man.
It's like she's the one that took a face double into her, man. So like according to that, what is it called?
God damn.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah, that shit crazy as fuck.
Wow. And they say that when they deal with the adrenochrome, basically the elites, when they deal with that blood, they said to stretch the children out in order to get the most type of...
Hey, what was that latest movie that just came out? Which, if you haven't seen, Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep!
It put it out big time, man. Especially that scene with that little boy. When he asked her, "Are you gonna hurt me?" And she smiled at him and said, "Yes."
I don't think you can
and
find
she
it no
made
more.
his death very painful and very torturous. And every time he screamed, they would drink some of his spirit, man. Until the last bit. But that's what it was symbolism.
That was that shiny.
Right. And until his last breath. And then they put it inside the bowel, man. You know? So they showed you how they torturing these children, man. These people are sick, man.
And it's coming out like the brother broke down how the whole piece of game, because hey, Stephen King, hey, you know, Stanley Kubrick, he directed Shiny back in the 80s, but he wrote that book in the 70s. He just wrote the follow-up, which is Dr. Sleep, what, like 2012, 2013, so that's a new movie, man.
Wow.
He just written the sequel to it. That shows you that a lot of dirt is coming out on these elites, man. And they're conjuring up as much power as they can because, hey, they're trying to stave off the Lord and the angels, but it's not going to do anything. It's going to get to no avail.
Yeah, that's a prophecy. The scripture say Esau's skirt was going to be lifted, man. And his skirt, and his tongue, and the Lord said he's going to call his tongue to fall on himself, man. So everything he put out there, through the filtering of the prophets, the information is being broken down and understood, man. Now people are getting the understanding to look for these things in everything that comes out. So now, it's you know what I'm saying, that the spirit is being quickened, man.
You got cartoons, videos all over the YouTube and the internet where they show you how a lot of these Disney cartoons and cartoons of yesteryear, when you draw them, they're drawing all kind of phallic symbols in it. Right. They start off drawing with new figures of body parts of men and women, but then they create the character around it. Yeah. So you watching a cartoon, this little character running around, and it's a damn dick and balls, or a set of breasts just running around, and it's subliminal messages, man. Yep. And they know, like, damn, man. That's why when I was such a little kid, man, I had an obsession with titties and shit. I'm like 5 years old, man. You know, all I think about was titties all the time. But then I started watching the cartoon. When I saw that art being done, I was like, damn, that's why I was such a little perv. You know, you've been making these cartoons all along with these figures in it, man. So you getting fed that, man.
Jake 3 years old with a girlfriend, somebody's about right.
Right.
Subliminally conscious.
They also let you sit up there and accept bestiality when you look at Bruce Lee and the Beast and all this other nonsense.
Oh,
so
yeah.
the kids get to looking at that stuff, they get to believing in it. So,
yeah.
The fucking Monsters Inc. They go with that adrenochrome.
That was deep. Brother mentioned that. When you didn't mention that last night, somebody mentioned that last night. I had never even thought about that.
When they do those screams, that's equivalent to them getting that damn blood from them.
Right. They scared the kids.
They scared the kid, and they get the blood. That's how they was powering up their cities and shit like that. So it's the same shit, man.
You got a
Shit fucking wicked.
Just one more verse.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay, come. Verse 6, it says, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew,
Brothers, back up a little bit.
and the parents,
so people can walk through.
it says, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help. Hey, so there it goes right there, man. All right, killing babies, infants, and things like that. I did a lesson a couple years back, and I can't even find the video anymore. But
they took it down.
Right.
They took it down.
And it was an interview of this child that they had rescued from like a pedophilia ring, and the child was crying, and he was explaining certain things they made him do. He talked about how they made him like kill another child and then pop the child while his head was cut off, man. They forced him into that while they watched him. And he was crying, explaining like this is the shit that they had him do, man. Wow. That shit was disgusting. And it's just a little kid.
Hey, you see why Macaulay Culkin all fucked up?
Yeah, all them child stars and stuff.
Yeah.
It's being exposed. Well, I got that precept going back to what Elder Dumas was saying. This is the book of Job 15. Now I'm going to start at verses 5. It says, for thy mouth uttereth thy iniquity, and thou chewest the tongue of the crafty. Who is the crafty? Esau Edom. That's why you got this guy, what's his name, Christopher Green, that's exposing the whole COVID nonsense. The whole, you got all these guys, Alex Trebek, they're exposing the, they're falling upon their own head, so to speak. Because it's coming out. Because they believe that, okay, we expose the elites, we may get a lesser judgment, but that's not the case. If you're an Edomite, you're going to be destroyed regardless.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, if you're an Edomite, you just need to go ahead and go on in on Amalek. Because he didn't, real talk, because you get ready to eat the punishment that is with them, but yet you didn't benefit like them. Yeah. They left y'all out, man. Y'all should be real salty with Amalek, man.
You should hate Amalek more than you hate niggas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's one actor. Sorry, Seth Rogen was talking about we need to question Israel and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, he a Jew, ain't he?
Yeah, I believe so.
Came out,
Yeah, man. So shit, everything's being exposed, man. Everything. That deception is losing its grip, man.
Verse 6, and it says that thy own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. Yea, thy own lips testify against thee.
He had them two women, the first one, the plan, the enemy, we did a video on that. where that Karzar chick was going in. And he had that one chick to bear us back to back, another Edomite woman going into all types of weapons that Esau was about to release out here. You know what I'm saying? Playing the enemy.
Yeah.
It's a rap, man.
That's. I think they muted or took it down. The first one. That's one of the ones that they muted. The first one, I had to put it up again.
Because who had access to that information outside of Esau Edom? Because he's the gatekeeper. You know? And the Lord used these other demons, these other Edomites, to bring out this information so the prophets can feel some the scriptures, man. Right. That's why the scriptures say, how are the things that Esau sorted out? Right? So all these people that does these videos, they're coming out exposing the New World Order, the RFID chip, the Lord do that for us, man. Because we got first-hand information to filter it through these precepts.
Yeah, man. All praises, man.
Yeah, and they just prove us to be right, man. That we're coming out here telling the truth, man. And it's like the brother Yawana said, you know, he said, hey, look, the Great Millstone is the most transparent organization in all of America. Because we tell you what we're about. We're all about the Lord's kingdom, the Lord's business, the downfall of Edom, all right, the downfall of Babylon. We're telling you what we're about. Look, we don't have no caches of ballistic weapons, none of that, you know. We're not going to the woods and running around, rolling and putting mud on our face and we're preparing. No, man. We just waiting on the Lord. All right? Because the scriptures already said, and it came out earlier, you actually have somebody read it. And we're gonna rip and run through the stubble like sparks, man. Sparks. That's gonna exactly, man. You know, when you see those sparks in the fire, because the fire's being destroyed, that's us destroying whatever's in that fire, man. Like the flash, right?
What's that, Micah, when it tells you that you should be in the midst, like Micah 5:7, as a young lion.
Matter of fact, get that, brother. We gonna
I was gonna try to get to Zechariah, man. The Lord's gonna defend Jerusalem.
Get it. Go ahead.
I got you on that Micah.
You got it, bro?
Micah 5? Yeah. This is Micah chapter 5 and verse 7. And the remnant of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people, as a dew from the Lord, as the showers upon the grass, that tarrieth not for man, nor waiteth.
And when you understand how the dew covers the grass, man, try to walk across the grass and not get wet. So that means every blade of grass is going to be covered, man. Nobody going to escape this, man. And this is going to be the men of the Lord doing it, man. All right? These are going to be the men of the Lord doing this. The Lord promised us in Ezekiel 25, the 25th chapter, man, that he was going to let us get it in, man. He was going to do this by his people, by the hand of his people, Israel. And that's not them Israelis. They not Israel. All right?
Oh. Your ass, Mr. Postman. Right. Like that what Pop said on Friday. You know? You ain't got to worry about a dog catching you. You got to worry about a dog catching your ass, you know? And that's what's going to happen, man. That's what's going to happen. Right now, we fishing. The Lord said, I will call for many hunters after, you know?
Yeah, and hunting season is going to open soon, brother. Go ahead.
It says, nor waited for the sons of men. And the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles.
And did it say all of Jacob or the remnant?
And the remnant of Jacob.
The remnant, man. All right? The remnant, that's the elect. All right, go ahead.
Shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people, as a lion among the beasts.
And we're going to be running through them like Conan. All right? At a speed like the Flash. Put the two together in your head. Go ahead.
The spirit of the brother got the Gohan shirt on.
Wow.
Get your ass with that Kamehameha spiritual power on that ass.
It says, as a lion among the beasts of the forest, as a young lion among the flock of sheep, who, if he go through, both treadeth down and teareth in pieces.
Both teareth down and teareth in pieces. And you brothers ever seen that samurai movie Satoshi, the blind swordsman? He run through the whole crowd, man. He come to the side, and he sling the blood off his blade and put it up, and everybody up behind him just start spurting like fountains, and then they all collapse, man. That's how it's gonna be, man. Read.
And teareth in pieces, and none can deliver.
And ain't nobody delivered from that, man. Ain't nobody getting out of that, man.
Right.
All right. We got one more. Was that it?
That's just one more.
Micah 4 is good too, man. Because it goes
that way, then that's good, brother. Hey, with that, we gonna give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudah.